Welcome to Let's Talk. Where ordinary people are doing extraordinary things. We are live and interactive. With education, spoken word, dating, love, and relationships. Culture. Spirituality. Community. Sports. And politics. Let's talk. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. And this week on Poetry Corner, Season 3, Episode 2, if I'm correct, we're going to discuss and these great poets. I'm not going to discuss anything. These great poets are going to go over some great poems in reference to Black history. It's a different little format. We want to highlight each poet tonight. And I got somebody's background noise in the back. Somebody's listening to the show. I can hear it. All right, that's better. And we want to go over. So when their name appears on the screen, they'll know. So they don't have like a pre-warning. So they ain't going to know who's coming up first. I think I'll do the person I expect. There we go.
Always. All right. So this actually was an older poem I did years ago, but I found it in the archives, and I call it Trying Times. Thumping, thumping is my heart when he is too close. Sweating, sweating are my palms when he starts to boast. I get so hot, I get so steamed when I think of how he beats away all those Black folks' dreams. Some are in denial, but things are exactly as they seem. Bondage, hatred, dehumanizing, cruel captivity of this thing called slavery. Come, Mother Earth, and take us into your arms. Hold us close so we can feel your warmth. It's so cold out here, it's so lonely. Protect me and keep your watchful eyes on my people.
Okay. So what's that orange and blue about there? What's that about?
Orange and purple.
Purple. What's that about?
Clemson alumni.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This was a choice today. So
Death Valley, huh?
You know it.
Unmute your mic, Brian. There we go.
All righty. Okay. Ready to go? You hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. The title of this piece is Billow, Billow. Billow, billow, mighty clouds, way down yonder across southern plains. Sway, sway in your enchanted dance. Surely you can move mountains. Billow, billow, with doves in flight, soaring high to the outer banks. Sway and dance past white lighthouses glowing. Keep steady, old iron weather vanes. Blow red ribbons in ladies' hats. Keep their dresses flowing. Sway bed sheets and fresh linens on clotheslines. Ring the bells of churches announcing holy grace. Run with laughing children chasing lightning bugs. Sweet serenade of summer smiles upon their face. Turn the wings of old wooden mills. Spray mountain stills brew. Bring nourishment rains from the autumn harvest, gently tapping upon tin roofs. Bless the farmers' fires burning, so that the land can be renewed. Cease the crosses burning in night fields. Let all hatred be subdued. Flow easy with steamboat paddle wheels. Hear the twang of juke joint blues, where moonlit swamps secure shrimp boats, observing constellation views. Sway streaming souls with wind chimes on southern porches swinging. Carry the voices of the righteousness that all our children are singing. Billow, billow, mighty cloud, way down yonder across southern plains. Sway, sway in your enchanted dance. Surely you can move mountains. Thank you.
It's nice, Brian. That was nice, nice. And he got the and Brian got the waves spinning right now, y'all.
Oh, do I? Oh, thank you.
That ocean.
Little seasick.
Mama, you up, Mama? Unmute
Okay,
your.
it's gonna be my pleasure to present for Black History Month on the Poetry Corner. My version of Nina Simone. The music is not mine. It's Zelco, and I don't own the rights to the music, but the poetry is my own original. And this is dedication to Nina Simone. Ode to Nina Simone. Miss Simone, Miss Simone, you're our own. I love you and friends with a love like mine. African queen, far from home. You're our own. When you say all women and such, you're more than much. And when you say my skin is black, I was taken aback. When you say you ain't got no, I knew what you meant. Miss Simone, my life was touched when you fell out. My name is still when you were so far ahead of your time that even when you died, the rest was still behind. Miss Simone, Miss Simone, you are. You touch my soul. Your music never old. When you tickle those, you touch something in me. With a bubble so bold, I had to ask, why? No, did the world miss you? But oh no, not I. I hung on to every word you saw. Even to this day, you can make me cry. But not for you, not for everyone, that missed you, that missed you. Oh, Miss Simone, you are a delicious sweet. Oh, how I still love you. Miss Simone, you're our own. I felt your pain from the depths of Georgia to New York City. Oh, what a pity that they missed you. How you were treated was second. America's loss was Europe's gain. Being more open-minded, as your songs reminded, they caused you to drift away from home, the home of the slave. How you were treated was a pity from Georgia to New York City. Since you've been gone, things have not been the same. Now they remember your name. And now they remember your name. Miss Simone. Miss Simone. You're awesome. Thank you, Oladeji.
Thank you. When did you do that tribute to Miss Nina? That was pre-recorded?
Yes, I recorded it on SoundCloud.
Oh, that was nice. I wasn't expecting that. You threw me off a little bit there, but that was nice. You must have knew I liked the Nina Simone to do that.
Well, I think everybody likes Nina Simone that like her. How can we not?
Definitely appreciate it. Nina was definitely the queen.
How'd you like Ililco the band? Wasn't that music the bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
thank you.
Oh, man.
I'm mute my mic.
I wrote this poem a few years back, and it's basically about the current state of America's relationship with Black and brown people. Once upon a time, they told me that freedom ain't free. But over time, I began to find that maybe freedom just ain't for we, because justice is damn sure blind to our colors. Welcome to Charleston, South Carolina, where a white boy massacred members of a Black church. Oh, but if you paid attention, they did not treat him like the others. The Eric Garners, the Corey Kanashes, the Michael Browns, the Walter Scotts, the Tamir Rices, and on and on. That list is too long. What year is it? 2021. And this country still treats us like we don't belong. And I don't mean to sing the same song, but check the list of all those young white males that were slapped on the wrist for those slaves they did wrong. And I'm talking rape, molestation, or more, and they were set free before they barely got their foot good in the door. But this is a collection of stories that this place has seen before. And see, don't get me wrong, because I got white friends and family, and we damn sure get along. But this country, for far too long, has been singing the exact same song, and I'm talking deadly lyrics, damaging to our bodies and our spirits. And once upon a time, they told me that freedom ain't free. But over time, I began to find that maybe freedom just ain't for we in America. The grand illusion, the institution of lies. Oh, it's built on top of Black and brown bodies. I can still hear the cries of our ancestors. And now they're aiming guns and shooting tear gas at protesters of another dead Black male. I said, now they're aiming guns and shooting tear gas at protesters of another dead Black male. I said, now they're aiming guns and they are shooting tear gas at protesters of another dead Black male. They're raining down strong arm authority. You better watch out for the hail, because I promise you, February 2nd, 2021, remember, I promised you that shit is coming. And when it does, they don't want us to stand and fight. They would much rather everyone keep Facebooking, they keep tweeting, they keep Instagramming, dancing, clubbing, and running from the truth. I haven't heard anyone talk about rights in a while. For us, it's like they never existed. And everyone knows if you're black or brown when you're gunned down, they'll just say you resisted. That's that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. That was
Wow.
dope, yo.
That was tight.
You make sure that those in the chat, make sure you if you comment, I'm gonna try to put the comments on the screen. Let these great poets know of your appreciation for their art as well. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the page, share the channel. There's some dopeness going on right now, and she comes in like the storm that she is.
I'm on that call when you call me, but at least I show up when I get here. So I had to blow in here. But I was like, oh my goodness, I'm on CPT. And it was funny because my plan was to be early for once. So next week I'm gonna plan to be late and I'll be on time.
And you look beautiful.
Oh, I want to thank Mama Oladeji for this amazing jewelry that she gifted me, and I told her I would wear it this evening. This priority T-shirt from Keith Williams. I'm trying to support everyone black. If you have any apparel, any jewelry that I can wear without an allergic reaction, I will order it and I will wear it on the show. My freestyle tonight, because this is a beautiful one, and I got to get into the meat and potatoes of while we're here. My piece tonight. Oh, you know what I'm gonna title it? Gifted.
So you're going to Nina Simone route too, huh?
I
Young,
gotta
black, and
do
gifted,
it.
huh?
You know what? I'm not as young as I used to be, but I'm gonna always be black and gifted. Yes, indeed, gifted. Sometimes we don't know what our gifts are. We discover them later in life. Sometimes we don't see the gift that we are to others, even when it's being said out loud. When people are using gift in place of your name, to you it sounds insane. How could this possibly be? Why are you talking about this language? Are you using it for me? Yes. And it's because you are. You're a blessing and a gift. So many of you, near and far, showing love and mailing things that when I open, I feel like it's my birthday again, and I am wearing my crown and straightening it accordingly. As well as my crown, I need you to know that everything that I do for me, I do so that I can continue to glow. There are days when a black cloud hangs over my home. I think it's just alone. It's carrying me throughout the day. It's following me like a shadow. I look around and I wish I could shake it, and here it is, and I don't care if I smoke enough to be mellow. It's still a no background noise. It's like that white sound that you try to get away from and you can't. It's the whispers in your mind that tell you you can't do that. Then I have to remember who I am and why I'm here. It's because of this gift. You have it too, and that's why it's all of us, not just me and you. We're in this together, and with humanity, and the only way we're going to make it is if we unite. But right now, we are Black people in America, given 28 days, and each and every one of them, I'll do it right. I don't just celebrate in February because that's what the calendar says to do. All 365, every one of the 12 months, all 52 weeks. I am indeed middle-aged, Black, and like all of you, gifted. I'm Gina Storm, in peace.
It's a storm brewing. It's a storm brewing.
Right, that was definitely black. All right. This is a piece I titled Homage, February for Us. Like County Color, my work speaks for itself throughout its own rights. My Nat Turner intuition allowed my spirit to stand tall and fight. This here edition is nothing new, just something freshly brewed. May not have walked in our hero shoes, but I damn near came close to getting myself in trouble for being opinionated like Muhammad Ali. I refuse to live and breathe off the lies that are spoken to me. Capture the essence and presence of my imagery like Aaron Douglas. Play with sounds like Louis Armstrong, Garvey's movement still amongst us. Extend my hand like Claude McKay with my James Weldon Johnson display. My piece covered by the spirit of Malcolm X and Langston Hughes ways. Same way Harriet moved through Cape May, New Jersey around 1852. In 1700, Richard Allen made things happen in Philly without a clue. As a youth, I was inspired by Walter Dean Myers with a Claude Brown attitude. My personal views left the troops and now leave on great gratitude. King. Thanks.
Wow. 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 You know, cuz we always say round one, but that wasn't no round one. That was a storm that just happened just now, man. For people that live in the Northeast, that was that snow we just got. I'm gonna switch up the. It's not a particular order, so never know when you're gonna be next. So you prepared up there, Nicole?
Yeah, I am.
Look who's next.
Oh, you switched up. All right. Well, I made a debut of a piece last week, but given the subject matter, I'm just going to spit it again if it's okay.
Absolutely.
All right. We had a long discussion after about the piece, about the name of the piece, but I'm gonna do it again. A tillage of earth. A knee taken and blood spills with the tillage of earth. For tobacco, terrain, or in cotton croplands bear no difference to a knee taken upon a football field by a man wearing God's number upon his chest. Both feel the lash, both actions taken to quench the passion and the thirst that the promise of equality surely doth yield. A kneel taken in prayer for a nation that protests. Too much change and too much progress. So we, a godly people, sing heart songs heard only in spirit and kneel to beg for empathy, where our pleas fall yet again upon ears that are closed. So a knee upon a neck ends a life. On urban farmlands, the new fields of slaughter, and blood spills with the tillage of earth, yet our hope is never disposed. Thank you.
That's that tiller.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay. You know, I'm starting trouble right now. Mama?
Red, but not delicious. This is a political poem. Privatized prisons, the killing of our children, worldwide anger for worldwide issues ensued, pursued. So far, I have a list from the least to the most. On my soul, I speak the truth. I swore by my oath to the goddesses that I would dispel the spell of the devil's ruthlessness. Illusions that's been forged in weak minds, bringing false conclusions to those with contusions. Maybe through sheer idiocy did they receive a head blow from some intrusion. Though deceived by those who would indeed follow folly, then lead, pulling us into the charm of harm's arms, putting us in the way of danger, causing anger and confusion from the explicit, wicked ignorance displayed by those whom never ruminate on the strategies, nor ponder upon the outcome of our destined fate. We procreate bad seeds. There's no semblance, nor resemblance to a better future. Our food and our needs compromise like impure particles in our water. Nutrition, none. We're without nutrition. Procreation ceasing from the feminization of our men. Speaking on foods, Monsanto needs a surgery. It's like tying a string around
Monsanto's virtual testicles. Attach them to a helicopter and fly off, just fly away hurriedly. Monsanto. My pleas, selfishly disguised as prayers, pointing God's mercy only towards self, no mention of our brethren nor a future generation. Those begging prayers, God save me, only me, highly seasoned with instant gratification. Keep me, save me, damn the rest, me. No mention of the air, water, the trees that we need to save. No mention of these. There's no more utterance about Katrina or 9/11, or no mention of Haiti or Trayvon, who is the symbol for the modern day smitten school children or mass shootings, the missing and exploited. Yeah, I'm mad. From the simplest thing to the most complicated. Take, for instance, a red delicious apple. It costs $1 or more. It's just red, but it's not delicious anymore. It's not sweet like before. It's just red. No longer even nutritious. See, I can rant about something as simple as that. Not only because of the taste, but because of the nutrients it lacks. Ongoing police brutality, Nazis, buffoons, and goons. Can we mention that? Cloned meat, chicken and fish. I am mad because they have tampered with this. 5 tomatoes away from despair. Stealing our pensions, used for war, unhappy grandchildren, school deprivation, poor education, 13th Amendment not upheld, no inheritance for our children. 40 acres and a mule. We never did receive that. Blood contamination, race and gender damnation, genital mutilation is one of my many pet peeves. Gender selection, killing off girl fetuses and children tops off my list. Wonder if the rest of society has gotten angry at this. Mad yet? Yes. Stolen legacy, misappropriation of taxation, unfair mortgages. We have been stood up against, yet we have no ground upon which to stand. And I'm outdone. It's about 7 out of 8 foreclosures in the community, but most of all, I'm just mad at any and everyone that will not adopt a cause, who will not speak up for the weak, who will not wake up the dead, who perpetuates heroism and chooses to stay asleep. I am angry with those who are oiling the wheels of the consumer and the abuser of the sweatshop commodities, greasing the palms of the sex traders. Wicked mentalities all rolled up into one big ball. The cheerleaders who condone usually have not a pot in which to piss of their own. They have a problem hearing the truth, so they never listen. Now they spent $300 on vanity. The insanity is that they have no college tuition for the children. But their claim to fame is, I got the best or the biggest, whatever. And I'm really angry with so many, especially the gifted, whom already have been sifted. So I speak against the ills that I have listed. Mama Oladeji, the R1 Queen, in the building.
Oh, you in the building, all right.
Wow.
You done tore it down.
Yes.
Wow.
Woo! Whoa. Mama out here giving out gun smoke. Whew. Hard act to follow, Brian.
Oh my God. How am I gonna follow that? That was amazing.
Thank you.
See. I think I think I've yeah, that was great. That was awesome. I think I've done this one on here before, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. I think I have though. My pen drips the blood of our ancestors, so I am inking their pain. I am presenting a list of wrongs done in the name of a country claiming to be justice, but whose book of crimes could leave a blind man reading in Braille with numb fingers. The stench of death still lingers from the last murder for being the wrong shade. Oh, but sit close to that television so those distractions can invade your attention. The list of names have become too long to mention. The sins have stacked to the point of unforgiven, and time again, they provide the proof. That, man, it is hard to live among the blind when you can see the truth. And I had a dream. I had a dream about red, white, and blue. But it was colors on maimed skin. It was another busted brainstem as another symphony of bullets brings the crowd to tears. Oh, Dr. King, Stokely Carmichael, James Baldwin, Dennis Edwards, Malcolm X, we've still been down here marching for years and years and years to death's tomb. We've seen war for oil, war for land, war for retaliation, but never a war on poverty, a war on racism, a war on the crimes of corporate America. I had a dream about the land of my people becoming a concentration camp. I saw many mothers weep over the bullet-ridden bodies of their warrior sons, or just their infant ones. I saw chiefs trying to calm their tribes as the children were pulled from the arms of their parents to go and unlearn their culture. I had a dream about Black bodies hanging not far from the plantations that they were chained to. I heard men call other men boy as they pulled their women from the houses to play with their bodies like a toy, and then they would break them. I had a dream about a country that never wanted our kind, but they have always wanted us to blind ourselves to their sins. I had a dream about red, white, and blue. And when I woke up, I realized that the nightmare, not some dream, was true. And that's that piece.
Woo!
Bravo, bravo.
Worth doing again.
Yes.
All right, brothers. That was definitely dope.
Oh. Oh.
All right. We did not ask to be here. We were just fine where we were. Out of the cradle of civilization, reared up as kings and queens with lands, riches, and a native tongue of our own, to be captured, uprooted, shackled, and taken to a land unknown. To the land we cultivated and built up with our bare hands, held it on our strong shoulders as our backs were welted by whips and straps. Standing still upright even when done so wrong, working through the hardest times while still humming or singing a song. Being held down and put in the back, our people have accomplished so much all the while being under attack. The more we would rise, the more they would steal. There were times when we could not create an invention, song, or even a recipe without the man taking credit. It was so unreal. Black people had their own Wall Street, which had businesses serving our town, But I guess they did not want to see us prosper because they burnt the city to the ground. Now, don't get me wrong, we have not had all bad times. There were many moments that can be looked at as truly sublime. So many of us making firsts in history and carrying a torch. We receive Oscars, Tonys, degrees in places in aerospace, all the way to the Supreme Court. Now, not only must we celebrate every travesty we have overcome, we must remember that we are descendants of royalty and we were born to lead. We are inbred with greatness and a strong will to succeed. That's that piece.
Yes.
Okay, Nicole.
That was beautiful, Nicole. That was
Thank
awesome.
you.
Nicole, just want to ask
Yes.
you a couple questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need because you're gonna help the chat understand how you got on the poetry corner. We're gonna talk about how you got on the poetry corner. Some of the poets that's here, they have the poetry network where they all know each other and they all network with each other. But how you got on the show, Nicole, was a little different. Would you like to
Yeah.
explain how you got on the show?
Well, one day I was watching and I made a comment and I was saying like, oh yeah, I gotta get back into, my poetry because I've written poetry for the longest, but as far as like sharing it wasn't, I maybe did an open micer here or there, but it wasn't, that much. But I was like, okay, and it just encouraged me, just seeing everybody, doing their own thing. Everybody has their own different style and how they come across, and it's like every time you see a show is never the same thing, even if it's the same person you'll hear something else and like, oh, wow, okay. So, I mean, that's what pretty much got me back into it. And I actually wrote that piece like yesterday. So I was just trying to like tune it up. But it's just like I believe we was talking earlier behind the scenes. Ryan was saying how, it kind of, keeps you on your toes because you want to come out with fresh stuff and, not just, stuff that you had years ago, because that's mostly what mine was. But I definitely enjoy it's a family, love, love vibing with everybody. It's cool.
Yeah, they got like a little community, the poets, right, Nicole?
Yeah.
That we
Yeah.
ain't, I ain't know nothing about it. And then when I met my cousin King, now I met everybody else through that, and it's an amazing network. And Nicole, I appreciate all the support that you have shown me personally, with the show and everything. And just so happened that we did a show that was right in your wheelhouse, and you was like, "Oh, let me come on." And you've been great since day one, and
Thank you.
appreciate your support and appreciate everything you've been doing.
Appreciate you. I definitely appreciate the platform because a lot of us, might not have this. Well, I know I wouldn't have it, so I do appreciate it. So
That's right. Each one teach one. You water me, I water you, and we grow together.
And Nicole, your old stuff is new to us. So we want to hear it.
All right. This piece I got here is called Freedom. My release to unleash any peace within my rights. Ignite a certain type, whether or not whoever like. Verbalize my thoughts on any matter that may arrive. Dissect the hidden lies that the government prescribe. Open doors to the truth after meeting of the minds. Underground linking lines to this craft that poem shine. Leaders only lead and then leave only to breathe. Speakers inside of a house that a disease can't even please. Walking inside the politics of policy, their democracy. More like hypocrisy. Build a mental portal honestly. With no exaggeration, kill relational persuasion. Anger of civilization is steady waiting and debate. Devoted upon the right and wrong, standing bold and strong. For how long will they try and break the bond of a race that's strong? Manipulating the strength or complexity of 2 cents. Remove the strain from the brain and utilize common sense.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Who is that handsome king? Oh, that's King Atterbury. Oh, wow, that was deep. Loving that show, and I'm loving that necklace. Woo, woo.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
All right, it's the weatherman got a forecast coming.
All right, all right. So I love this show. I love y'all. This is amazing. And since it's Black History Month, I'm gonna keep going. Um didn't know where I was gonna go next. Thank you, Quentin. Oh, this is perfect. Quinn, we all got a message from Quinn because he started the Let's Talk To page and asked each of the poets to invite 25 poets. Well, I invited like 150. I don't know how many have shown up so far, but I can't do it any other way. So I'm simply going to title this freestyle, Share. There's a time in my life when every time I went outside to play with the Barbies, I didn't have to worry about whether or not the girl next door was going to have one in competition to the one that I had. See, I had them all. They were for me. My mommy loved to see me being a girl and doing things that were girly. So when it was time to go outside and play, and I didn't do so every single day, my brothers would be outside playing sports and running and sweating and such. And I would be looking like a princess playing on the porch. One of those things that the neighborhood girls would say, look at her, she thinks she's a princess. No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, I would like to have been out on the sidewalk and in the street playing with all of you, getting a scrape, maybe even catching a suntan. But then I realized that I can only be who I am. So there were so many parts of me that I didn't get to share. And it wasn't that I was stingy, I just didn't have anybody around that I could do things like that with. Then I grew up and I learned that I had a way with words. So a poetry community adopted me. And for some people, I'm a cousin, and other, I'm a big sister. And there's a few who sees me as a niece. I am a daughter to a couple and a mother to a couple more. But this is the wonderful thing about this community. We don't just look out for ourselves. It's not just you. It's not just me. It's we. So we have these gifts and we need to share. We need to go to each other's pages and like, share, and comment and let the other person know we were there. You may not be able to see me every day, and sometimes we're not all here together on a Tuesday, but we have this same love for words, all of us the same way. We're a community that is strung together by verbs, our voices, and our words. So the love that I have is neither here nor there if I don't use my voice and lend it to all of you, and most of all, share. I'm Gina Storm. Thank you for indulging me. In peace.
Hey, Gina. I appreciate you adding 25 poets. I didn't say poets, but I appreciate the poets. I just said 25 family or friends.
Oh no, my family and friends are poets for the most part. Yeah.
It's perfectly fine. They're more than welcome. One of the things that we don't take advantage of is having our quote unquote green book and our network that we need to have. Like when me and you first met, I explained how my father was born in Chicago at Cook Memorial Hospital, and I've never been to Chicago. So I want you to know that you're kind of like, when I think about you in Chicago, I think, oh, that's where my dad was born.
Yes.
So never think that you did anything wrong when you're trying to connect people. You connected me with some great people already, and I really appreciate it.
It's my privilege. Yeah, I know people in Chicago who are not just poets, and they just support. So here we are, moving forward as a people.
Yeah, I need that village. We all need that village.
Absolutely. I've been growing mine, cultivating it.
I'm a strong advocate of the village concept. I think we need to get back to it. We need to get back to the village concept. Let me see.
That's our strength.
Let me see who I want to start with here. There we go. Let's go, Mama. Mama ignoring us. Mama ignoring us.
I was muted.
Well,
I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to rain on nobody else's static on nobody else's poem. I hate when people do that. So yes, I was muted. Give me a little time. I'm 73 years old. My name is Mama Oladeji, the all-around queen, and I'm gonna read to you.
Hold on. What'd you just say, Mama?
My name is Mama Oladeji. I'm 73 years old. They call me the all-around queen because I can do almost everything. And that's how I got my name. I'm versatile. So I'm going to read y'all about my favorite revolutionary. And the name of this piece is They Call Me Nelson. No man can keep the spirit contained. He herded sheep when they called him by name. Modiba, Rohi Hala. His teacher gave him a new name. Now they call me Nelson. His journey was long and he had plenty company, he said. He took a book of poetry with him, plus many souls who met him there in his cell. I could hear freedom calling me. I could hear freedom calling me when I was already free. Then, when I knew freedom no more, I knew I could never become one of the sheep. No man can keep the spirit contained as I herded sheep. When they called me by my name, Rohilia, Modibo, the teacher gave him a new name. My teacher gave me a new name, and now they call me Nelson. I could hear his name chanted in the birds' cry, free Nelson Mandela. Free Nelson Mandela. How many did we rescue from the sea of ignorance? Many, many, many. Hold on to your dignity. He said, hold on to your dignity. The first and only way to continue the struggle successfully is to never compromise it. Never compromise. Forward ever, backward never. Alutua, continua. Forward we tread as the poem Invictus dances in his head. Forward, steady, ever ready. The people united can never be defeated. Delayed, but never defeated. Mistreated, but never defeated. Injustice, justice tempered with honor. Peace by his decree. Like the story of Jesus Christ, like Muhammad and Muhammad and the mountain, like the dream of Dr. King, Mr. Mandela's humble soul touched and reached because he spoke the language of the heart. Even when he was gagged and isolated, we still jumped for him. And when he was resurrected out of that prison, when he was resurrected from Robin's Island, the energy was unleashed and we were there with him. Now we sing your song, Kofi, and we chant, lamenting freedom songs. We shake the shakeray with beads attached. Click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. Drums of joy move weary feet. Now our feet are happy as we dance and we chant. Free Nelson Mandela. You tell us to give you no praise, but which soul can ignore you? Who can help but to adore you? We catch a spark from the twinkle in your eye. We catch that spark from that twinkle in your eye. The Creator gave us the greatest task to eradicate, educate, advocate, and elevate. And with these tools, you and I can continue to break the chains that bind our minds. They call him Nelson, but his real name is that God-given name, Rohirhilia. We cried and we sang. They call him Nelson. Sometimes I recite the words that keep him strong. For 27 years from that one powerful poem, Invictus. And sometimes I recite it. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloody but unbound. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds me and shall find me unafraid. Mama Oladeji, the other mama in the building.
Yes, yes.
Hey,
Wow.
mama.
Wow. 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 Hard act to follow there, Mama. But I think Brian's up for the task.
It's always a you've been moved when it's quiet after the read. Everybody's like trying to catch their breath, Mama, you did wonderful on that one. I really, really enjoyed that piece.
Thank you.
And all right. So this is one of my favorite pieces. Forgive me if I've read it before or if you've heard it somewhere on these open mics. It's called Sweet Tones, Somber Tones. Sweet tones, somber tones in the night sky. See, me all alone with this here old horn as my only ally, but I'm feeling good, feeling jazzy, playing up a storm. People hearing my sound, now they're coming in to get warm. Head swaying slowly, sort of side to side. Fingers snapping, and I'm filled with pride. Cause I'm entertaining my people in the chocolate city. I got my eye on that dark-skinned girl looking pretty. Fever running, running wild. And this old woman say, go ahead, play it, child. Ain't no worry, just dancing and fun. It wasn't nothing like this when the night begun. Yeah, these my peoples jam packing the place. You see, I'm proud of my culture and I'm proud of my race, and I'm giving them back something for what they gave me. And I'm loving every minute playing this old horn real jazzy. Short hair, cornrows, scarves, and braids going out into the cold night as all the fun fades. Sweet tones, somber tones in the night sky. See, me all alone with this here old horn as my only ally. Thank you.
That was so
Beautiful.
dope. That put me in Power Runs Down by Mo. Is that an original, Brian?
That's what's up.
Brian, reach your mic.
Yes, original. I kind of felt bad when Nicole's we were talking earlier about fresh pieces. That piece is 30 years old. I wrote that when
I
I was
loved
14.
it. I can tell
I'm in
That
you
my
a
was
mid
fan.
40s.
good.
I can tell you're a fan
Thank
of
you.
Power
That's what's
Runs
up.
Dunbar.
Word up.
Thank you so much.
Power Runs Dunbar is my favorite poet, and I just felt his spirit coming through with that piece right there. That was dope.
Okay, so this poem is pretty old as well. And when I say people in this poem, I'm talking about the oppressed people. And this is basically the system talking about how it's going to handle the oppressed people. And that's the first one. It's called Voices. And it's the second one that ties into it called Power to the People. Voices, speak, be silent, don't be violent, stand, now sit, never forget, get over it, control. The angry herd must not be given the power of word. They must remain unheard by power. Because if the people assume power, the rich corrupt, the so-called mighty must cower. So distraction, let us provide them with grand attractions of distraction to keep them occupied from occupying. Their voices will lie dying because they will be too distracted to speak. So silently they will go into that sweet good night without a peep, because we're going to give them games of sport and award shows for those that they worship more than their own maker. And with Lady Liberty unguarded, we will easily take her. With justice blindfolded, we will easily rape her. Voices, speak, be silent. Nah, don't be violent. Stand, now sit. This you must never forget, but that you can get over it. Control. And to that I say, power to the people indeed. Power to the people forever. To the tribes of stolen lands, brutalized from the coast to the plains. To those crammed on ships and formerly wrapped in chains. We must flow together with these words to shake the slumber from their brains and pump the life-giving truth into their veins. Because walk through parts of the South, like right here in South Carolina, you may still see the bloodstains from where men, women, and children were hanged, beaten to death or gunshot banged. You may still see the broken buildings from where Native children were forced to unlearn their culture. You may still see the trees where they hung Black men from plantations and left them there as demonstrations. And on the lit box, they will only show the rap star, the athlete, the Indian, or the casino. But see, we should know the truth. It is time to reteach our youth. It is time to stop being spread apart like fingers, but come together to hold the fist. And to that I say, power to the people indeed.
I say.
Power to the people forever. That's that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you say
Hey, Brian.
Wow.
Brian? That's his name? What's your name?
That's,
my name is Brian. Yes.
that's
yes,
Brian
ma'am.
that's Brian number one on these streets.
Okay.
My poetry
Brian,
name is Native Words.
Okay, I like that. I like that one.
Thank
Because we got a Brian. So Native Words. Did you say justice being blind is easy to rape?
Yeah, they
I
blinded
know, that was a
they
dope
blindfolded
line.
justice so they could rape her.
That was a dope line. That was a dope line. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Before King goes, we just want to show something, because King is going to end our show, but we just want to show something, and King will be surprised at this one, but this is for everybody in the chat.
My name is Joel Washington Atterbury, publisher, author, and poet of 8 books. So walk with me as we take this ride. I am me, a narrator who has walked in the shoes of many. Through prayer and meditation, I have found a way to cope and shine within my own light. Take a ride with me as I walk down the pathways and roads, visiting streets and corners of life's ups and downs. Every book that I have written has its own significance. Where you are doesn't matter. Smile and laugh on your path. What you have more than cash is what make your life last. True indeed, within your means are seen in higher dreams. Hold to heart a better team to provide a bigger scene. My book entitled The Marvelous Measures of Me is about finding your own corner in the sky. My pride will stay alive even if my spirit cry. Tackle the subject matter and content of relationship, love, disappointment. Our hearts can carry the brightness of the sun in the morning. Published books can be found exclusively at Amazon.com.
Yeah, I just wanted to show everybody that, because King is the creator of Poetry Corner. A lot of people think that it's my show. It's not my show. It's King's show. It just happened to be on my platform, and King, I interviewed him we found out we were related by a family Facebook page.
Wow.
I had started what I do with Let's Talk, and I interviewed him in regards to his books. And from there, birthed another conversation where he wanted to start doing podcasting and stuff like this. And I said, "Yo, why don't you do it on my platform? It'd be a good way to start out. I'm already invested. You ain't gotta just basically show up." And he allowed me to be the caretaker of his puppy. And this
Wow.
is the birth of the show, and we on what we call season 3. And I'll just say
Season three.
that this show, Poetry Corner, has basically taken a life of its own. Um, from the shows, he wrote like 3 books since the first show.
Wow.
A collaboration book with 2 other poets that come on, and as well as some other projects that I know he's working on. So, all the congratulations and promotion, everything goes to King Atterbury. He's the chef up north, as we would say.
Wow. Who would know?
Yes,
He's
it's
so
11.
quiet. But both of y'all
Yes,
doing a
11
great job.
total.
Doing a
We
great
appreciate
job.
it, man.
So
And
Yeah, like I
all
said,
of it started,
like I
like I said, from a Facebook family group.
mm,
said,
And it's
indeed.
amazing that we have never prior to this crossed paths. And it's kind of like sad because the state ain't but so big. But
what
this
you
is
say?
definitely been a great opportunity for both of us, and that's been the birth of the Poetry Corner.
Yeah, definitely
So
does. You know what I'm
the
saying?
poetry corner and then let's talk about it's 2 different. It's because I
Yeah,
watched the show the other day, so both of y'all got a separate show.
yeah. Let's talk is something that I do. This is why this show is really called Let's Talk presents the Poetry Corner.
I got you.
The
Okay. Wow.
the Poetry Corner is King's baby.
Yes.
So we just try to collab and both help each other out and help each other grow. And
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
it's
what
been
we
dope, yo.
intend to try to do. And sometimes he'll call me or I'll call him like on a Thursday or Friday or text, and he'll be like, "Yo, what you think about this? What do you think about that?" And we'll just bounce ideas off each other and go from there and try to figure out what's what, and which is interesting when we try to do shows like this.
It's beautiful because you're getting the best of out of the people. Because I'm sure all of us have another side, and when I come here, I bring my good side.
you got Gina Storm blushing, but King, you got one more for us?
Yeah, this is called Common Cause.
I'll
If I
go
could
full
prevent
screen.
the death,
Everybody could be
huh?
seen here.
Oh, okay.
Everybody could be
That's
seen
what's up.
here.
All right, y'all ready? Okay.
Yes.
For Common Cause. If I could prevent the death of innocent people all over, turn my life into a soldier, protect against those opposers, even offset posers, criminal thieves, and rapists, fight on a regular basis outside of being basic. Contend with writing pages to the masses that are faceless. World need changes. Stop the dangers of the strangers. Build a strong foundation. High riders of the truth. If you're living without a clue, turn your gray skies blue. Watch out for our fellow man, woman, and the children. Allow communities to speak again and walk around decent. Prayers placed above the clouds. Open rays of sunshine. Bring sight upon the blind. Check the clock and peep the time. Drive a bus on the hush. Be low key with human scanners. Check society's footage and hack the world's cameras. Shoot a message as a code to those who may be in trouble. One day create a bubble to save humanity with muscle. Eye contact, body language, give cues if needed help. Cover ground without sound through the divine rescue is felt. It's time to wake up to see the souls that are lost. Signal out to the greatest force to redirect the bad course. King.
Wow. Wow.
Woo!
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
For everybody in the chat, we thank you guys for joining us this week. And you never know, like I said, King, and will
Yes.
text me and say to me, cuz what you think about this theme for this week? So these poets that come on every week, as talented as I personally think they are, they may not know the theme of a poem until Monday. So now they have to go into the archives or rewrite a poem. And may come go with theme. We went over food, we went over culture. It's quite a different things, and it what it does is for the ones that like to write, it really forces them to get that pen to pad back. So I appreciate you guys in the chat tuning in. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. These poets, me personally, I'm not a poet, but like I say, I got the best seat in the house every night. They super dope in my eyes. They've expanded my network and expanded and helped me foster different relationships along the way, and with some really good people. And I hope that post COVID, we're gonna say post COVID because COVID gonna be gone soon. Post COVID, we could do some real special things together where it don't always have to be virtually, and we could bring poetry back to where it is. It speaks poetry speaks to a culture that's unexplainable in my eyes. No matter who your favorite poet is, if you can go back to what Gil Scott used to do, where people said that he was the godfather of hip hop. I agree with that.
That's true.
So you never know where this stuff could take you. You never know how far you can go. So I appreciate everybody in the chat joining the show. Remember, like, share, and subscribe, and hopefully we will see you guys next week. And
Right.
we look forward to it because we might just do a show on HBCUs. With that, stay sweet.